Yes, Harrison. Okay, Harrison is not speaking. Let's go to the next person, Joseph Akakiri Ayambide. Can we hear from you? What is the name of your community, and what is unique about it that you'd want us to know, that you are eager to write about? Okay. Oh, just prep up, just prep up. Or maybe I need to begin. Kabata, where do you come from, and what is unique about your community or your town? That we should look out for. Okay, let's move on to Patrick. Patrick. Hello, Patrick. Good. Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. Oh, you can. Sorry, I didn't know that you can unmute yourself. Oh, you can unmute now. You can unmute now. You can unmute now. Oh, okay. You can unmute now.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Since you are the introductory part, or
Yeah, we're still in the introduction part.
okay, yeah, I am Akuko Patrick Atanga,
Okay.
and I'm from Sumbrungu. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Yes. I'm a student of Gurenɛ College of Education. I think that's what is required.
Hello.
Yes.
I can hear
you. I'm the person of Akakiri Joseph. Bongo, a community board, to be precise, and a student of UEW, the alma mater of the language. Hello. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Should I go over again, or it's okay?
Was it Akakiri who was speaking?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Akakiri, please just start over again and then let's continue. So we move from Akakiri to Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know that. I thought I'd rather check for you to unmute yourself. But so we can continue from
yeah,
there. So
I have to be the message in the box that you should unmute us, because we're trying to unmute ourselves, but it wasn't working. So.
Oh, okay.
But now that we are okay. Okay, thank you very much, the host. I'm in the person of Ayambide Akakiri Joseph from Bungu, a typical community to be precise, Borgo, and a student of UEW, the alma mater of the language now.
Interesting. Borgo.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Akakiri Ayambide. And we move on to the next person. We have Kaba. Okay, Kaba, you've moved on top. So, Kaba, tell us what's the name of your community? And so Akikiri, let me come back to Akikiri. I think Akikiri, you didn't add this bit. What is unique about your community?
Borgo.
Yes, what is unique about Borgo?
Oi. When you come to Bongo, and you just mention Borgo, well, the popular saying or the main things you can talk about Borgo is the Bongo dump is in Borgo, but because Borgo happened to be part of the central Bongo, so people don't even know the difference between Borgo and Bongo. Unless you tell them the demarcation, people don't know. So they call it Bongo More. But meanwhile, the actual sense, the More is in Borgo. Borgo is in enclave with by Dua, Yorgo, Soin, and Bongo. So Borgo is in the middle of these communities. And Borgo, we have our primary school there, junior high now, but mostly we do our things with Bongo because the community is almost in Bongo town. So the difference is not all that much when you talk to Bongo Central. Hello?
So yes, I can hear you. So Akakiri is saying that there's going to be some clarification about no Borgo and Bongo itself. No, so there's a demarcation. And I'm sure that in this editing competition that we're going to have for these 2 weeks, it's going to make people know about our community through what we are going to write on Gurene, on the Gurene incubator. And this is going to be exciting. Now let's go on to the next person. Next person here is Kaba Tawore. Can we hear from you? What is your name? What's the name of your community? And what is unique about your community?
Okay. Yeah, thank you and good evening to all of us. So my name is Kaba Tawore and I am from Pagakajulu. The unique thing about Pagakajulu, we sit on the border with Ghana and Burkina Faso. We are surrounded, Kajulu is surrounded by the Tono Irrigation Dam, by a few kilometers away from the Paga Crocodile Pond and the Picoro Slave Camp. Actually, we have the oldest mud built basilica in Abrongo,
wow,
which is over 100 years. The next second oldest Catholic church in the Kasna land is in Paga, Kajulu, the St. Oscar's Catholic Church, which also has a school, the St. Oscar's Basic School, often referred to as the Kajulu Junior High or Basic School, where I attended briefly.
Okay.
It's a farming community and we are lovely people. There's a lot to learn from Parakajulu, and anyone here will love, and any other person will love to be at Parakajulu. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much. So we are learning about the Para community. Navrong Kalio, did you say Kalio?
Kajulu.
Kajelu.
Yeah.
And he's telling us about his community because he's an indigent. That is where he comes from. He's telling us his story, what we need to know. And that is Wikipedia is a great tool to help us tell our stories better. Now let's go on to the next person. Let me see. Who is the next person on the call? The next person here is Harrison Akolbiri. So Harrison Akolbiri, can we hear from you?
Okay. Since I have to say,
Naba.
Kabang ya wonu.
Yeah, the one.
Gafa mbona sorozu bala sote nkayanga respond first la.
Oh.
The Mayude Harrison Akolbiri. Ni la zuorngo kantia. Te sokla to sokla nka boko sunga honna soko sunga ten lebu sunga.
Oh. Who's it?
Nzela
Zealand zuorngo dawala. Zuorngo la. Kini bullet the bange. Bin yela or bimbate. I'll put it in the English way. What makes you unique as a community? So bimbate. Yeah, because I have to go that way because I'm trying to compose everything in good in my head. But so I'm saying that what is unique about your community? Being I'm going to say Yelkil, but Yelkil that unique. So what is the unique thing about your community that you want us to know?
Okay. So, the to be sala one and the unique to form what thing point. De la nerbala mengala you ulaba menga bada ne saban de ti ba gorla ba menga kan ba you ulaba menga yang to ha nerban kin zorngona bala zuwe to be na zorngo ya you o met sama bona zorngo.
Okay.
So bala ma de selen de unique thing that thing wo yang you ka menga the sama kin ira ka point. Lelewina me sama kin ira tinga point pa at tinga la do mala bada gbiri numa bade peaceful bade saban bodi beri tolka so bobotla ba zam yela zozo sam hanta zo tinga point an zam la yela zozo yi sama lan kin hozen anaba. So when you kama bala de salande unity zorong bala ya biti zorong na tekele tara yel ka yimat la anu la rana de ete ate to ihla zorong ete zorong ma but la zaba pa la kila ana bala.
Okay.
So bala de la salande unity pa nya bona zorong.
Nice. So this is just one aspect
and
where
the whole is only one that we have Narmasol Mia.
Anggaplah selalu harus kabutar kuala pa.
When he's going for the feast there, he doesn't park his car. They'll push him there and they'll push him back. Yes, because he wants to make himself distinct from the others, and that's why he gave Narmasol Mia.
Exactly. Now I'm really learning a lot from the various communities, getting to know mad houses has been there for 100 years, getting to know even this Zuorno non zebra. Thank you so much. And so we move on to our next person, Paul Atia. So we want to hear from you. Obviously, I've mentioned your name. So where do you come from? And what is unique about your place? Okay, Paul Atia. Okay. Well, Atia, okay, so let's move on to Abopoka. Can you hear from Abopoka? Where do you come from? And what is unique about your place?
Yeah, hello everyone. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Ruth Abopoka Yargia, and I come from Boron, precisely Apatanga. Yeah. Something about my village, my community, that one I haven't done so much work, so I can't say much. But yeah, we are lovely people, and then farming is our main occupation, and then it looks like it's a small community, so we know most of the people around us. So it's like it doesn't look like a community; it looks like family, because you know almost everyone in that community. Yeah, that's what I can say for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Abokoka. Now let's go to Mba Atua. Mba Atua, I want to know where you come from and what is unique about your community.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, hi.
I come from Bolga.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, my name you've been calling Mbatua. It's not Mbatua. It's
Mm-hmm.
Matua. It's not Mba. Mba is not there.
Yeah, Mba is not there, but I'm using Mba here as a title for you. Or want me to drop the Mba?
That is not my darling. If you say so, then I will understand that. When I talk about Mba, those people are calling Mba is different from our language.
Okay.
That is how.
And so, Atua.
So, or Sukini.
Okay.
That's where I call it Sumpeni. Because Sumpeni cover all the Frafra dialects last hour.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Atua. Okay.
Those come from Bongo Tongo, I call them, but we are from Yorko Bolga. So,
So,
okay, back to what we are talking about. My community is a community on the Bolga, that's Yorko. Very nice community with all, what they call, minerals. We have the crops and then the rearing of animals and all those things. I think my community is excellent. Proud of the community because Yorko.
Yes,
it's a community which is popular. It's divided into two: the up and down Yorko, the poor Yorko, and then the rare Yorko. We are all the same. Talking about the community, our Yorko community has started for a long time ago, which the people lack of a land to farm, so other people have to travel up to that Kayonga there. Yeah. And if you go there, you see every Yorko community in there, Yorko BC, Pukubisi, Abanga BC, and all those things. And we're still the same thing. Anytime we are going through our, our seniority, who goes and who takes over, people from there come down to do that kind of customs. So Yorko is a big, and then a nice village on the Bolga community. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Yes. This is this is a lot of information shared today. We're from Supeni Atua.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction and education there. So just as I heard everyone passionately talking about their community and sharing certain things.
There's only one thing we remember or we know about Yorgo. You didn't say that one. Anyway,
let me tell you something about that you're talking about. Everybody's aware of it.
No, I'm not aware. I'm not aware personally.
That's what Yorko becomes a community in former days. I can recollect that as 14 something. Yorko was existing. Yorko was controlling the whole Volga. Where there was no Volga. Volga was not existing when Yorko was in power. Yorko Son Chief, Yorko gives Son Chief, Chief, all the community chief, Yorko was in charge.
Wow.
If you see that the only Sumburungo was the oldest town with Yorko, but the whole chiefs over there, Yorko was controlling. Do you know why? Because they were the stronger people that whenever they say yes and they say no, they will come and invade your place and take all your animals. They will come and invade your place, take all your foods and everything. That is what they were doing. And for that matter, Yorko will go out the communities that is not near to Bolga and bring a lot of animals to share and the nearby communities who are starving. That is the name for Yorko, that Bedina Yigwa, or their chiefs. That is what is happening. But I think it was something that is helping the whole nearby villages around Yorko. That is why I'm telling you that they are the people who give chieftaincies to all villages around. If you go to history, you will see how Yorko was created. But now, we are not talking about Yorko again. But if you want to talk about Yorko and what they are thinking about, as some people they are more than criminals than us, so we are proud of it.
Okay,
He'll tell you more.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very exciting. Getting to know, honestly, I didn't know this information. I think this a lot of information I've gathered today from various.
Yeah.
Even this is even not even a representation of all the communities in Upper East. This is just even a small portion. And look at lots of history, lot of information shared, and a lot of lessons to learn. And that is why we are looking at how best can we now transfer the knowledge that we have in our heads, in our minds, onto Wikipedia, such that each and every person across the world can access it and understand it. The opportunity we have is that whilst we write it in Gurene in the Gurene incubator, we can also put it in the English incubator on the English Wikipedia, that people can read about Yorgo and even know this history. Honestly, I didn't know. So when the indigenes write about themselves, they talk about what they do. It enriches us and makes it much better. So that is why we said something new is coming. And the something new is that we want people to learn about our community through Wikipedia. And how can they learn about our community through Wikipedia? It's when we edit. That is why we are gathered here today. So briefly, I'll be going through the project about why we need to participate in this. It's a competition. So here's more like a competition where each and every person is trying as much as possible to write about the community for everyone to know about. So the question now is that what is this competition and why should we all participate? So the competition is entitled Learn About My Community Edit-a-thon. So here we are making the world know about our community through Wikipedia. And you're asking the question, how well can you sell your community? You should join, write, and let's experience this through your community. Now, what is going to happen is that, what are the things that we can write about community? We can write about our people. We
Yeah.
can write about our chiefs. We can write about the hospitals or the social infrastructures in the community. For instance, as Kaba mentioned, that there's the oldest mud house in Navrongo. I don't know why I always keep saying Kaboro. I think we say Kaboro. Kajelo. I've not read it anywhere. I've not seen it anywhere. But he that lives there and he can take pictures of it, can write it in Gurene Incubator, and we even put it on English Wikipedia to make it accessible to everyone and to make people know more about the community and its history. So what are the things we can write about? About our chiefs. You know, there's little documentation about our chiefs. It's mostly oral tradition, and oral tradition has been going on for a long time. There's little written in books about our people by our people. So let me say an indigene, let's say Atua, writing about his community, the Yorgo community. It's going to, he's not done, I don't know what he's done, but he's not done that yet. But if he's going to write about his community, it is very likely going to be much more better and richer than someone who will travel all the way, come in, study for some time, and write and go back. Unless the person wants to do a matter of life, the person has to live in a community for so many months and years to understand the people and unravel a lot of things. But if Nso Atua is going to write about his community, he's going to move deeply into the oral tradition, ask a lot of people, consult a lot of people, do so much research that someone from another place coming in might not get access to. That is why we are using Wikipedia to write our own history and to put it on the globe to say that this is who we are, these are the things that are happening, and this is what we stand for. So when you look at it, the competition is basically saying that write about your community. When we say Bongo, when we say Yorgo, what does Yorgo mean? You can give an explanation. All of us yearn to understand what are the meaning of the names of the towns. When we say Bolgatanga, what does it mean? When we say Yorgo, when we say Zuorgo, what does it mean? When we say Boko, what does it mean? We're all yearning to understand, but there isn't enough textbook, there isn't enough research work for us to read. There might be, but these research works are not accessible to everyone. So it becomes difficult for us to know who we are and what we stand for. So what the competition is going to basically do is that it's going to say that learn about your community, Edit-a-thon. I'm not saying that you should be interested in writing about your community only, but you can write about other communities. But hit your chest and ask yourself the question that how much of my community is on Wikipedia and how much is there to tell? So that should push you to write more about that. I'm going to write about Bongo. I'm not saying that doing that you say I'm selfish. Yes, you might say I'm selfish, but maybe that is where my strength is. So I'm going to write a lot about it. Write about the hospitals that are there. Write about the chiefs, if possibly. Write about our cultural, our traditions. Write about certain things, because that is what the competition is about. So at the end of the day, you get a lot of details. For instance, if you come to Bolga, there are other communities in Bolga, but those communities are not written, don't have articles on Wikipedia. If you come from that community, you can write it on Wikipedia. We can also provide the training. I keep saying we because we are a team, we are a family. I know how to edit Wikipedia. Akakiri knows, Kaba knows, Abapoka knows, and so Atua knows. Even the little knowledge that we know or we understand, we can improve on it daily. You can just reach out to any of the administrators on the WhatsApp page. You say, oh, let's just me learn this thing. I want to do this. How can I do that? So the competition, which is going to last for 2 weeks, is going to give us, it doesn't limit us within the 2 weeks, but for the 2 weeks, we are going to track. So it's like we are now on a race to sell our community, to write about our community. We are asking a question that, how much can you write? How much do you have to tell? So sell your community. What then I ask, so nice, the question might be, what are the things you can write about? And I'm saying that you can write about your hospitals. You can write about your chiefs. You can write about the schools that are there. You can write about the notable people who have done so much in your community that their names have been etched on stones in your community or etched in your heart, that you know that when you come to our community and you mention this name, this person has done a lot for the community. Write about the person. That is how we are going to inspire the younger generation to understand what we have and what we have lost. Because one, if you want to talk about female leaders from Upper East, what are the names that come to mind? Mostly in Ghana, when you talk about female leaders of olden, of the Gold Coast, you hear Yasantua. But does that mean it was only Yasantua who was there? No. But we had other people, other female leaders who are doing so much work for us. So that pushes us to write about ourselves. And if we fail to write about ourselves, we are failing posterity, we are failing the future generations. Because at the end of the day, they'll also come and say, our ancestors didn't write anything about us. Just as we are today also blaming our ancestors for writing nothing about us. So this is an opportunity for us. Now, the other thing will be that, yes, we are going to create articles on Wikipedia and in the incubator. When I say the incubator, we are still in the incubator because we are still developing articles, translating articles, putting literature there for people to understand. And I say this is the best opportunity we have. I say this because we are the administrators of the language on the platform. We understand ourselves better. And we know that it is oral tradition that dominates a lot. So if there are things to write about, you have an opportunity to do an audio recording and upload it to a platform called Wikicommons, which deals with multimedia content. That means audio, video, images. You can do an audio and upload it to Wikicommons to say, oh, you want to talk about what Yorgo means. So you can say, oh, the community called Yorgo means this, and that. as far as I've explained it, you can upload that audio to Wiki Commons, and that is going to be there and accessible to everyone. Because some people can't, they don't, they are visually impaired, so they can't read with their eyes. What can they do? They can listen. So just imagine a relative who can't read with their eyes but can hear. So if that relative goes on Wikipedia and plays that audio, the person would hear that, oh, okay, Yorko means this, and this is where it's situated. Oh, okay, I've learned something. So that is why it's a mixture of so many things. Wikipedia is there where we can do the writing. Wiki Commons is there where we can do audio recording, video recording, and upload it there for people to access it. And I can bet you can upload it to the Wiki Commons, and we will also now go there. Someone can go there and listen and write on Wikipedia about it, because that is information. That is what we are. So if you can write about all these things about our community, then also we look at historical sites. We shouldn't be discouraged about how some places that we think should be ancestral places or historical sites are not considered historical sites. Sometimes we have places that maybe as well, and sometimes that place, but TV, they've after that they said that place there's no deforestation, there's no cutting of trees. It has been marked that Tingan Bolabina. That is a historical site that you can write about on Gurene Wikimedia Community, and I bet you that's a historical site because it has a lot of lessons. There are things that are done there. So don't look down on yourselves. Ask yourself, what do you have in your community that you can write about? And that is what would make you become much more better. So we have the Wikipedia, we have the Wiki Commons, we have the Wikidata, we have the incubator. And tomorrow, God willing, at 4 p.m., we are going to have a training again on how to edit on Wikipedia, how to do the translation. Then we have the Wiki Commons, how to upload videos, how to upload audios. We're going to have all those trainings there to remind us about the processes. So that's what we have to do. Yes. And it's going to last for the 2 weeks, set to 22nd May. And we're going to have the dashboard link. The dashboard link will be sent to us. So if you have any challenge, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We also have a dashboard to track the amount of edits that will be done by people. We have just some few prizes to award, and that will also be noted and be published widely for everyone to see. So the question is, how much can you write? That's the question. How much can you write about your community? So if there are questions, I'm open to it. I'm eager to go and write about Bongo. I'm eager to go and write about Apatanga. So, yes.
Yes, I know we did not start, but this award I will win.
Okay, let's see. I'm sure some of them are like, the last time you did it to us, this time you're coming slow but sure.
Sure. I want to have a challenger.
Oh, sure, we would. I'm sure lots of them are going to challenge you, and
yes,
you're going to write more, because what I'm gathering here is that if Harsana Kolbire is writing about Zuorngo, I'm sure some of the things that he didn't know he could add to Wikipedia, like, oh, this is what I'm going to write. I'm going to translate this into Gurene, write about it. And this, let me also chip in here. We are a unit. We are like a factory. Whilst you're producing something, someone's also checking to correct some of the grammatical errors and other things that we are committing. So we are a community assisting each other to document ourselves and to project the culture in a better way and an objective manner. So that is who we are, and that's the thing you're going to do. And I'm hoping that through this, we're able to tell much better. And through this, we are able to update the English Wikipedia about the communities too. So if you have concerns, you have questions, you have comments, I'm open to it, and share with me. I'm all ears.
Okay, thank you very much. Akakiri is just after you. I'm happy. I'm happy with your last comment because as a community, though you may put some and later on you go into science, and you may say, you didn't put it this way, but what counts? Because we're in the community, sometimes we do check and balance. If you go in to see that, maybe your word will be little goal like a goal top, then tinamante goal here. Tinala ka be hit yen little goal him being seen a hoboto in one, the home goal seen like a yell tower, tita man. Basically, what I'm saying here is that as we're doing the check and balance, when you get in to see your article, maybe some of the words may not be spelled in the right orthographical way. So we will do the correction there. And sometimes the sentence structure, you may go in, you may mean to say something, but in your writing, because you are not trained to do the language, your sentence may not be in the accurate form. So we may do some corrections there. But what we don't do here is that we don't blame, we don't discriminate. We don't say you don't do this, you don't do that. We only guide ourselves to do the right thing, because it's not everybody who is trained to be a language expert. Yeah, the fact that we can all speak, then when it comes to the writing, we're all learning. So here, we don't blame people, or we don't segregate that. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. No, we don't do that here. We correct one another to build as a society and as a Wikimedia community. We grew together, and one day we'll all be proud of ourselves that we did it together and we are still on it. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are optimistic that we will surely still make success. Are there any questions? So I'll post in the chat box. I'm going to post in the chat box the dashboard link. So on the page 2, it will be posted there. The page 2 will be posted there, but just in the chat box, I'm posting it here for everyone to see. So you can click on it and enroll onto the platform. And also, if you don't have a Wikipedia account, kindly reach out to me. Abore Nyorgia. On the page, I just posted a picture of the members who are on the Zoom call today, and we'll share knowledge on that. So just let me know and let's set up. Yes. So if there are no concerns, together as a community, we launch this.
If you look at some of these issues, like the Sunga Tete Engba, just like recently we are carrying out research on the Nadomayela, Tendandomayela, Tikwela Pogdiriela.
Yeah.
Like some basic histories, even including meat factory Lambos Warmola.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
yeah.
But we got to some particular points and realized that there are some bit of a key story lying down that when you do calendar story, it is going to bring a conflict between two functions. Yeah. Things like that, I think, man, what about the story balagan? That resolved story. Then I think we have to be careful of those kind of stories that we put there, because at the end of the day, two functions, but at least they will get it, and then it might rise tempest one or the other. So we should be sure of that we're going to put here, so that at the end of the day, yes, lahande kamala the land nadama yele can resolve it. Then how do we put that story out? La de tendan ma yele no queen benefit banan can resolve ka. How do we put it out? So that back was now our baby. I down can wa abina. Mambi yet tonight a be yele ba me so agege. La wa yang song to pa.
Okay. Before so le sokroa. So anything they be a community debate yela sawa badalanka resolve la wala zula denate lock it, they be yel sabat na angolete, they can ki yeli wa, they can ki zebra wana. Aha, wala zula, whom to sena o yang o to sunga. They ki di ala because yela sa wona duma yela wa. Neka gula about ball gala, neka gula about one, kabaha ako. Ayima, then they declare some confusion and even on the in the incubator la, because when I edit it, then that one saba table one, the ingam one saba the table one, and one kin za wabla Wikipedia tare term akomba and vandalism. Vandalism de la one king Wikipedia article point katera yala saba tera yala to the ka ano the yala saba nda yil men to the ka arabi they are they controversial issues bananka resolve it to about how to narrative la bazan wa vandalism. So wala nang song dia la so hun din change what poso pa tinambi wala me so to be yala sabat na ngole te da kan de kadang wa na de yil sabat na de ki zabra de ki tong le bono de ki division wa ante tinga sukala te lokba for now de gole sala nambate na de pupil wa because man ka gula ba zuwan gula ba pour didiela potentially can you tell about diary, can you tell about puberty, you tell about even shrines but sabambo bin ba the day yel saba makan kan book po but hunden gola man Wikipedia lam ponen pe but ni bange the community lam de sala. Oh yeah, so yeah, also a colbire. So are there any additions, anything to guide the community? This recording will be posted on our YouTube handle, Gurenɛ Wikimedia Community, so that members who couldn't join this can go and watch it and get some notes, a few notes on it. And then also it will be shared, the link will be shared on the page and all this. Yes. Yeah, are there any additions, any concerns? What are things that we should look out for to make sure that our campaigns editing is successful?
Good evening once again. I would like to add this. Yeah, with the competition, I know some would be lazy, but some would not have the time to go to the dashboard to check who is winning and who is winning or who is editing much. So we'll be doing the update on the WhatsApp to know what's ongoing and the incubator and the Wikidata as well. So please watch out. If your community is not going far, then that means you have to ask what your parent is doing about or what you are not writing much. That would be the implication. So please watch out and let's make this a fruitful one. Not just because it's a competition, but because we want to culture people to the world. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And if you don't have a Wikipedia article, kindly just hit me up and let's get things done. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you and all who have made time today to be here. And God richly bless you. And whatever it is, we'll keep updated. So Shitobu, one of our co-founders is here. Shitobu, do you have anything for us? Whilst we just kick out Akobire, Emmanuel has also joined us, and it's great to see all of you join us. But we're just wrapping up. We are just stepping out. It's 8. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. If there are no concerns, thank you so much, and have a lovely evening. I'll leave you with I don't know which song I should leave you with, but thank you so much.
Sorry to interrupt, but yeah, don't forget to follow our social media handles. I know, we are all on social media. So on Facebook at Gurenɛ Wikimedia Community, and then on Instagram as Gurenɛ Wikimedia. I'll post the links in the group so that you can join from there, so that we'll grow our community.
Okay, thank you so much.